Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm Aline, I'm a jewelry designer, and today I want to talk to you about rings. First of all, I love to design rings, so that's part of the reason I'm talking to you about it. But as I was looking, getting some details on the history of rings, I found some interesting little tidbits that I wanted to share with you. The first one is about the ring finger. Now this particular, actually I made all my rings except for my wedding ring, which I've had a lot longer than I've been designing. This finger is traditionally known as the betrothal ring, the marriage ring, however you want to say it. And the reason is because the Egyptians over 5,000 years ago believed that this finger had a vein that went all the way through it and went all the way to the heart, and so it represented love, life, commitment, etc. Now the ring in general got started, well, eons ago, and of course a ring is a circle because it fits around your finger, but it also is a symbol of eternal life, eternal love, a lot of things, and that's of course the round of the ring. So it's been worn as talismans, it's been worn as symbols of status. There's a lot of reasons people wear rings, and of course a lot of people wear them because they like to wear bling, which is kind of where I come in because I like to design bling. So I want to talk to you a couple other little historical things that are interesting. One is that this particular finger, which is the first finger on the right hand, this is considered the birthstone finger. And that means that you should be, I mean, I'm talking like tradition, who cares? So nowadays you can do what you want, but this is the ring that is traditionally where you wear your birthstone. And in my case, it happens to be turquoise. So that's what I'm wearing on this finger. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'd actually never heard that before, so I thought that was interesting. A couple other things are the signet ring. Now a signet ring is something that it might be your class ring, it might be something you got through the military, it might be something you got for an achievement that you accomplished. Normally has some kind of wording on it that, or symbol or something that signifies an achievement of some sort. So that technically is supposed to be worn on the little finger. However, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a lot of that happening. I know men occasionally will wear something on their small finger, but normally I've seen that worn on this finger right here. That's just me again, but that's the tradition. The other, which is I think this one's so cool, it's the thumb ring. And the thumb, traditionally they wore a ring on the thumb because when arrows were coming at you, it protected your thumb from an arrow. Now, maybe it's just me, but I don't know what difference it makes if my thumb is safe, if the rest of my body has an arrow coming towards it, but hey, that's just the way I see it. Thumb rings, you do see a lot of people wear them. I'm not that comfortable with it. It seems to get in my way, but that's up to the individual. I like to design for bling, basically, and I'm going to show you a few of the rings that I have designed here so you can get an idea. Let's start with this hand and then I'll show you some others. Now this is a fairly simple one. This is in gold and it's from my Sacred Spiral collection, and it actually goes along with the pendant that I'm wearing here, also in gold. So that's a very simple one, but it's classic, and I really like wearing this one. This large one here, this is an amethyst, and this is what we call a geode, which is basically how you open up, and I have a whole video on this so you can find it on geodes, but when you open up from the natural stone, this is what you see, is all these bumps and hills and mountains. Let's see if you can see it this way a little better. So these are fun to design. I've got several pieces with the geodes that I purchased the geodes years ago, and finally figured out how to protect them so people could wear them, and find that this has been a really popular one. Other designs, of course, I mentioned to you my turquoise one, And I have another turquoise one on this finger. So actually I'm wearing one on both birthstone fingers, although this isn't technically birthstone. And this is another one from the Sacred Spiral collection, and this one's done with a malachite gemstone. Now malachite, as far as I know, is not a birthstone at all. However, there may be there's several places you can look and you'll get different interpretations of what birthstones fit with what months, so it may fit in there somewhere. Now I'm just going to show you a few others quickly and then we'll call it a day. Okay, all right, here we go. I wanted you to see a couple that were done. This is a brand new one I just finished, and actually this is what they call goldstone. It's not even stone, it's actually glass. And I'll do a video on this before, but the Italians developed this years ago. They called it goldstone, but it is glass. And oh my gosh, I love the look of this. I don't, again, think that's a birthstone, but hey, what can you do? This is another one that's done in Red Creek Jasper. Again, if you like the earth tones, this is beautiful. And I think last but not least, I will just show you this because this is how I send out my my rings. It is in a box like this. And this one is charoite, and charoite is from Russia. I've done a whole video on that too. And this stone is just beautiful. It's kind of a deep lavender. Anyway, I hope that gives you kind of an overview on why you should like rings and what they mean to us and all of that kind of stuff. I'll have other videos up here for you to see, so you can see that. And then also, if you would like to subscribe, actually I think you subscribe up here and then the video is actually down here. So anyway, either way, I would love it if you would like the video and share it with people. And thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.